I ain't gonna pretend like everything goes perfect every time you do your makeup, because it does not, okay?
Take it away, feeling too good to me. Chilling all day, all in your space is where I wanna be.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing this look for you with the Juvias Place, the Mauves by Juvias Place. I use 99% this palette. Everything came from this palette except for one color. So it should be easy to follow along. Very easy, nice and brown girl friendly. I love the mauves, and it turned out really well. So if you like this look, then stay tuned and we will get started. Okay, guys? So let's get started. If y'all see me looking, I'm looking at my mirror right here. So first I just brush up my brows. Now I have like two different type of brows. Sometimes I do my quick brow, which is I just brush it up, and then I take this Anastasia pen and I just kind of fill the hairs in. Today is going to be more of a beat brow, should I say. So that's when I actually fill it in. So first I'm just going to line it. And I normally use like a compact. One thing about brows, if you get really close to it, you can see what you're doing. So a lot of times I'll use a compact so I can really be detailed. That's the key to having really good brows, is getting really close and detailed. But the first thing is just kind of get an outline of your brow. And so after that, do the other eye. But next I'm going to take the concealer, and I have my little concealer brush that I use. I don't know where the heck it's from. It's old, but I use this one, and I'm just going to go in here and outline the brow how I want it. And mine grows in an arch, so I want to make sure my arch is there. Use this Morphe chocolate mousse brow cream, and this is when I want a more carved look. And I take this Anastasia brush, eyebrow brush, and I just dip in there. And first, usually I start on the arch, and I just go in here, and it's quite a bit on here, so I'm kind of rubbing some of it out first, because I put too much on my brush. Let me take some off. Okay, so for my arch, I just go in here and I make a half circle, because I want to get the arch right first. To me, my arch is important. And so I just curve that arch out first, and then from there, since I've already kind of outlined my brow, I just go in there and I'll line it out again with the cream. And this stays pretty long on your brows. And then I just line it out again, and then I just kind of fill it in. Normally I do this before I do the concealer, but I forgot this time. I mean, there's no rules with makeup, so, you know, if you mess up something, just fix it, no big deal. Okay, so then I just go in there and I'm just literally filling it in now, because I've already outlined everything. And I like a nice longer tail, kind of right here at the corner of my eye. And you want your top to start right here at the front of your eye. Okay, and then you just flick that up to fill that front part in. Right where your line is. So honestly, the key to really good brows is just taking your time, getting really close, and getting really detailed. So I kind of explained these things to you, so I'm just gonna go ahead and finish my brows. Come back when I finish. Okay, guys, I'm done with my brows. Yeah. So one thing about brows are they're not gonna be perfect. They generally are sisters. Sometimes they'll be cousins. Don't beat yourself up about brows, you know. So I just kind of rub that in. I haven't really blended everything. I'll do that when I put my foundation on. And I'm just going to prime my eyes with this Fenty primer. And it's a little bit more tricky when you have lash extensions on, which these things are so thin they need a refill. I missed my last refill, so they looking real shady right now. But it's fine. You just have to be a little bit more careful with them. And I usually just kind of pull my eye down and like that, so I don't disturb them too much. And I'm just gonna prime it. And I'm using the brush I used to blend that concealer in. And I'm just gonna pat that out. So this is a little sample I got from MAC of the, what is this? Natural Radiance in yellow. No, actually, I'm gonna use this one first as my eye, and it looks a little darker on camera. I mean, a little lighter to me on camera. It's more of a plum, definitely more of a plum. So that's gonna be my outer color. Just I'm using that as kind of the base for my outer, and I'm just gonna set that color there. Like that. The other eye. So not necessarily in my crease, but kind of above the crease, basically. Above the crease. That's gonna be the color I'm gonna start out with. And I'm gonna build this one because I want this one to look pretty bold. So I'm gonna build this one up. Okay. So here I'm just going with this Sable, and it's just an Ulta. I got it on sale, little Ulta shadow, but I find that it's really a really good color to just kind of put on my top. So I'm gonna do this to kind of, look at me trying to look at the thing. There's no mirror there. So there I'm just putting that in. And this is also kind of blending out that concealer I had right there too. So that's kind of what I'm doing. And I'll go back and touch that up later because the shadow's going to cover it up mostly. So here, yeah, this is just literally me blending the rest of that concealer in. And then kind of putting my neutral color right there. Morphe M506. Makes a really good crease brush, and I'm going to use this darker color to get into my creases. So I'm just going to go in here, and you just work around your lashes. I mean, it's not that hard. Just kind of dig in there without bothering them. So for here, and honestly with the lashes, it makes it a lot easier to do your makeup because it just looks better already. You know what I mean? It's not a lot you have to do to make it look good. But right now I'm just kind of putting some definition into my crease with that darker color. And like I said, I want it really defined, so I'm just focusing directly in the socket here. And I'm just blending that in. And I'm gonna do that until I get it nice and blended in, and then kind of work in this corner here. Gives you a nice angle. Some people like to like really focus and make that V darker, which it does accent your eye. So yeah, but let me go back to blending this socket in really good, because I want that deep color right there. And so really shadows is all about just the blending. The blending gets annoying, but it's just a part of it. Blend till you can't blend no more, and then blend some more. Basically. And I'm going to use this Morphe 167. Morphe brushes are in Ulta now, and honestly, for the price, they are like really good brushes. If you want to kind of dabble into getting brushes, I recommend you getting these. I think I'm going to put the Mauve color right here on my lid. So I'm just going to be pretty generous about that because that's a flat color. And once again, I'm just going to pull my eyes so I don't hit. Try to keep as much product off the lashes as possible. So I'll just pull that and then put that on my lid. So a little bit more than brighter than a pink, and it's a nice flat color. So with this, doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just putting it on my lid and kind of blending it. I'm blending that into, now I'm blending that into my socket color. So just take it, putting it over my lid, and then as I'm doing that, blending into that socket color. So it all kind of just blends into one color. Like I said, that's the goal. Seamlessly blending. So once you do that, I'm gonna go back over the socket and then kind of blend that two together so they just kind of marry each other. And I didn't put any extra. This is just what's on the brush. I'm going back over that top color. I'm going to take this color in the middle, which is a mauve. It's so crazy how colors don't look exactly like they look. But I'm going to take that and just kind of go over top to just blend in that top piece a little bit better. And excuse me if I'm not saying everything correctly, like inner corner crease, you know what I'm talking about. the top of the other color. And not heavily, but you just want it kind of lightly on top of that other color that was a little darker. And I use a big fluffy brush because I don't want that much. I really want it to just kind of gradient phase into that color. So I'm doing some blending here because I have all those darker colors and I'm just trying to marry the two and blend them in pretty well here. So see how it just kind of blends in. So I'm going to take this other side And see how that's patchy? Like, I don't like that at all. I do not like when people leave that patchy. Oh, that's like my pet peeve, to see someone with makeup and then I can literally see the line where they put the eyeshadow on and it's just like a line. I don't like that. Please blend. Sometimes I'll be one of like, can I blend that for you? I mean, it's annoying and it takes a lot more time, but it just looks so much better. So I'm just blending that on top now. And I still have a nice little deposit of color right there that I don't like. So what I'm going to do is go into that color again and blend that one some more. I'm going to take that other color that was on top, because I need more of that one, and blend that one in so it all kind of blends together. See how that one blends? I need that one to blend like that. So sometimes you just got to kind of play with it a little bit so it all blends in. I think I had put a little too much on my corner on this other side, so now I'm having to blend that in better. Got to go and just kind of touch up things that have moved while you're blending, and just make sure all your colors are there, nice and blended. So this looks like a glitter right here. And I'm gonna use a little bit of that, but I'm gonna start with this one first, which is like a little shimmery. So let's check this one out. See what this one looks like. I'm anxious to see what kind of payoff we get from that. So not a lot of payoff from that one, but it does give a little shimmer in the corner. So we'll do that. So yeah, let's put some glitter on here. Now the key to this is just kind of making it blend where it doesn't look crazy. So for this look, I'm going to do a black liner because I want it to be bold. So I'm just going to line my eye. This is the LA Girl eyeliner, which is a really good eyeliner for the price. Shimage in that darker color on the bottom. And it always looks good when you seamlessly kind of pull in those colors. So I'm just using that darker color to go back over. And this is like a little, I don't know, I've had this brush forever, but I like how it has an angle on it where I can just kind of smudge it in. So I'm just putting it on the bottom and I'm just going over. And at the same time, kind of smudging in my liner and adding the color. Okay, so I'm just using my Too Faced lip injection. I eventually want to get my lips done, but until then, lip injection it is. So I just put that on before I start doing my foundation. And then I'm going to use this e.l.f. Poreless Putty Cream. Right now I'm using the Bare Minerals Bare Pro, and my shade is Truffle. And I'm not gonna make the mistake of doing this because I did that one time and it squirted all in my eye and I had to start all over again and that sucked. And I'm gonna do 2 pumps. I recommend like 2 pumps for a good full coverage. And I like to use a brush with this one. It's dirty, but it's a Lancome brush. Somebody gave me this brush, but I just love it. So I'm just gonna dip in there, and it's a little dark for my skin color, but it works. It's definitely my summer color, but it works now that it's winter as well, because I can always highlight and kind of bring myself back, but it's a little darker than my shade should be. But it's fine. It's not dark where it looks crazy. Just a bit browner, which I don't mind. I don't mind. To put some concealer on. before I put the powder. And this is the Naked Skin in color dark golden. So dark golden, not super light, so it's not a super light highlight, but enough to highlight and definitely kind of help out the color that's a little darker. Blending of my beauty blender, and I'm just gonna blend in this highlight, and like I said, it'll help with the color of the foundation as well. And I'm blending in all that highlight around my eyebrows now, because by now my eyebrows should be set and they should not be moving. Even with a little water dampness on them, they should not be moving. Because once I set these things, they last pretty long. So right now I'm just going back and kind of blending in that concealer that was on top of my eyebrow. What in the hell? Y'all, this beauty blender is literally taking off all my foundation. I ain't gonna pretend like everything goes perfect every time you do your makeup, because it does not, okay? So I got something going on here where it looks like the foundation is like literally coming off again. So we're gonna fix that. Okay, so I'm just gonna set this concealer under my eye now. Yeah. And you see I went up into my eyeshadow, so I'm gonna have to fix that. I'm gonna put like half a pump of foundation and go back over that, cause it literally came off. So and like I said, the brush does a really good job. I really don't need the beauty blender. I use the beauty blender for my shadow. I mean, for my powder, really. So I'm gonna blend that in because I see a little. Y'all, it's the beauty blender. It's too wet. It's the beauty blender. Okay. Fudge that. No more beauty blender, y'all. We ain't using that. We're going back to old school brushes. So I'm just gonna put my foundation back on that the beauty blender keeps taking off. Right in here, because it took some off right in there too. I wish I'd have saw this before it started messing up stuff. I would have just used a brush. But it took off. It took off right in here too. So I'm putting all this back on, y'all. I mean, it's okay with the powder, it's fine. This will be a super beat. Hey, sometimes you gotta improvise, man. I mean, that's what makeup is. It doesn't always come out perfectly. I can tell you that for sure. I don't care how good you are. It doesn't always come out perfectly. And if people tell you that, they are lying and they are editing stuff out. But I'm going to let you guys go through the motions with me. And since we know that the beauty blender, my beauty blender is tripping, I'm just going to use a brush to put my powder on. This is my favorite brush that I use. It is a Real Techniques brush, and I use this for my powder. I need to clean my brushes. I know everybody who does makeup says that. I need to clean my brushes. I need to do better. I need to do better. And let me just say, if you made it this far, girl, like, we gonna be friends. We gonna be friends. Because this is pretty far to make it in a makeup tutorial, so we gonna be friends. Especially since you've pretty much seen how everything came out already. And now I'm just kind of going over everything now with a little bit of powder to just kind of set all of that foundation. Liquid foundation you want to set with powder. And usually I just use this for like under my eye or whatever. And then use something bigger for the rest of my face. But, yeah. That's kind of what I'm doing. And I want to set this little middle here. That way it blends into my shadow a little bit better. Yep. Okay. First of all, we need to go back over our bottom and fix that. So let's go over that. Fix that from all the powder and make sure that's there. So I just go back over it just to make sure it's still there from all the powder. I see a little bit up top here that I don't like. This kind of like breaking up a little bit. So I'm just going to go and blend that in. Fix that a little bit. Or I just want it to be more defined, should I say. More defined. So yeah. And I'm going to do a little bit of that pink again on top of there like I had. And this is just a little touch up, you know, just make sure your colors are still bright, vibrant, and everything looks blended and perfect after you've done your foundation. So I like everything now. For contour, I normally just do, this is CoverGirl Queen Collection in Ebony Bronze. It's bomb. Like, I don't use anything else other than this. And I take this pointed brush from MAC. It's a MAC 131 something, y'all. It's old, so it's, I can't see it no more. But anyways, I like how it's pointed and it makes it very perfect for like a contour. And I just kind of go, I already have really defined cheeks. I don't really need to do that. So I just go and kind of define that a little bit. I do a little bit around just to blend in any highlights I might have, but not a lot. I mean, I'm not like super bright trying to be brown or something. So, you know, just to give it a little depth and dimension. And I go up under my double chin. You make that double chin darker. You don't see her as much. even though she there, but you know, just make her a little darker. She don't show up as much then. That's pretty much the extent of contouring that I do, me personally. I used to do a nose contour, but I don't no more. I don't feel like my nose needs it. Nah, it don't. So I don't do it. But when I'm feeling froggy and I want to contour for no reason, so let's just do it, whatever. Let's just do it, whatever. I'll put a little bit on my nose and I'll just kind of come in right here. I don't know if that looks any different to you guys, but yeah. So that's a contoured nose for me. That's about all I'm gonna do. And I just drag it into the top right there. Yeah. Real True Match, and I have tons of MACs and all kind of stuff, but I really love this one, and it's Spice Plum, and for me it's just perfect for my skin color. I love it, and I use it all the time. I just use this little flat brush. Smile. My cheeks are very big, so can't miss them. Can't miss them. And I just give myself a little rosy cheek. And this one, it's not very pigmented, so you can be very liberal with it. Then I'm just going to go over everything. And before that, I need to put my mole back on. I don't know if you guys know this, but I have a real mole here. And when I put makeup on, it covers it up. So I just go back and I can kind of see it through my makeup. And I just put it back on. It's mine and I want it. So I put it back. While I'm letting that dry, I'm going to line my eyes. And I'm just going to do the inner corners. I'm just going to go over it with my Studio Fix. And I wear Studio Fix NW44. And since this is my color, I'm just kind of going over this lightly. And just kind of blending everything in so there's no harsh lines anywhere from the contours or the blush. Yep, y'all. Mascara on my bottom lash. So let me do that now. The Diamond Balm. I just put a little Diamond Balm whenever I have my cleavage showing. I put a little bit of Diamond Balm right here. Yeah. Gotta have that cleavage popping. I'm gonna use some NARS Old School Albatross for my highlight. e.l.f. tapered, small tapered brush from e.l.f. And I'm just gonna give myself a little bit of highlight, which with this bump probably is not a good idea, but whatever. We're gonna give a little bit of highlight here. Just a bit here. I like a highlight on my nose. Just brings out your look, and you can put a little bit above your eye. I wouldn't dip back in for that, just whatever the excess is. Right here on top of your eyebrows. Really should do it like right around the arch, but yeah. So, you know, not too much highlight, you can see. And I'm gonna put it right here in my Cupid's bow, which is my favorite highlight. I just love the way the nose and the Cupid bows look. I use my compact to line my lips because I want that perfect. Yeah. And so now I've had my little lip plumper sit on there, so it gives it a nice pout. A decent one, should I say. And I don't rub it off because I actually like the moisture that it gives. I like that. Okay, so I'm gonna use some, I think I'm gonna put on some Candy Yum Yum from MAC. Amen for the pouch. This is a Rose and Cactus Ultra Nourishing Facial Mist. I'm going to use that first, and then I'm going to use the MAC Fix Magic Radiance Fix Plus on top of that. Now for the fan to finish it all off. I actually want a little bit more going on my lips, so I'm gonna put some of that Oyster Girl like originally I was gonna use. So yeah, I didn't like how the trick I learned a long time ago. Go like this to keep it from getting on your teeth. And that's it. Bring y'all in. Thanks for watching my tutorial, guys. Thanks for staying to the end. If you stayed to the end, I appreciate it. This is my first tutorial, makeup tutorial. Hope to bring you guys more, but I really enjoyed this, and I will see you guys in the next video.
All in your space is where I wanna be. Here in this room, what did you do? I just can't get enough. Too caught up in your love.